All right, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about video. I've been getting a ton of questions about it because of the new multicam from FlightScope on the PC software, which is really cool. So I'll show you how to set that up first and how I set everything up for my videoing. But then I'm going to talk to you about video a little bit and how you want to use it to get better. What's going on, everybody? Scott, I'm coming at you. We are here, and we're going to talk a little bit about video because I've been doing a lot of it. I do it all the time, and then I give online students now and people that are wanting to get better. And one of the things that's hard for them is getting used to the idea or getting into a habit of filming their golf swing. Now, when you look at really good players, you watch on the range and stuff, they're always filming their swings. You know, we see it on Instagram. You know, Nelly Korda just talked about how she has like thousands and thousands of videos of her swing on her phone. Because what is a video? It is feedback. That is the feedback you need to know if you're doing things right. What do most people do? They look at where the ball is going. They say, oh, I'm hitting it straight, then I must be doing it right. It's like, well, no, you can hit the ball straight with a bad golf swing. You can really do that. It's just timing and athletics and all that stuff. But you don't want that to be what you rely on, because you can do that maybe on the range when it's nice and calm and relaxing, but then you go out to play and the nerves are up and all that. You can't rely on that. You're not going to know what's going on. So you need to use feedback from a video. It's a great source as long as you know what you're looking for. You can use that to know, hey, I am getting there. And so I talk about that all the time with my students is when you're trying to get better, improve your swing, the ball is not the feedback. The ball will tell you what's going on a little bit, but the ball is not the feedback that, hey, things are changing. The video, though, is going to show you what really is going on. You're going to feel like you're doing one thing, and then you're going to see that you're really doing another. And that is the key. You need to connect the dots with those. So when we use video, we need to do a couple of things. One, we need to be able to do it consistently. You need to be videoing all the time. I talk about it, how I use live view when I'm outside, okay? I bring my live view, I bring my phone. It's a super easy setup, and I have an iRange stand. I just pop the live view. I have a little magnet on the bottom of it. Pop the live view on there, stick the iRange in the ground, and then I get my phone out. And then I'm videoing it. I'm checking things out. I'm looking at it. How's it looking? What's going on? I keep that super, super simple. It's also super easy for me to check it every single shot. I don't have to go back and forth from my device to be able to do this, okay? Now, it's better to do that than not. You know, if you have to go back and forth to your device, go do it. But what I don't like to see people do is make really long sessions, and this is where it gets annoying for people. But I don't like people to hit like 20 balls, filming all of them all the time, and then saying like, okay, I'm gonna go check them out now. Because if you're doing it not the right way, you just made 20 swings the wrong way. You need to check it right away and say, that wasn't it. Okay, that wasn't it. Okay, what's going on? You need to correct it now. Because every time you make a swing where it is incorrect, you have to do 3 times as many to make up for that. It gets to be a lot of swings. So we need to be checking our swing all the time and doing it consistently. So this is where now, if you don't have live view, you can then use FlightScope with their device. I love using it on the PC app, or you can use it with the iPad app. You can actually take a look at what's going on. Now, here's how I set mine up, and I'll show you that, and then we'll go from there. So I have the multicam set up. I've got it set up over here. I've got my iRange. Again, I've got a couple of these. I use the iRange with the little mag puck on the back, okay? And what you're gonna do is really simple. It's a lot easier actually than doing it in the multicam app, I think, or in the iPad app. It's actually a little simpler, I think. But all you got to do is you got to connect your phone to your Mevo Plus Wi-Fi, and then you open the multicam app. Okay, that's it. You'll get to this screen, and you'll see your device up in the top. It'll eventually turn green saying, hey, we're connected. And then here we go. We're going into our shots, okay? So you can see I've got some shots here. Here is how you set this up if you've never done this before. You go into settings on the top right, okay? I'm gonna go back so everybody knows. Settings on the top right of the screen. You're gonna go video. This is where you can like live preview your videos. if you need to set up the camera, and setting up your camera is huge. You're gonna see I keep mine in the same spot. I've got this down the line, which is just one of these cameras from, I use these cameras from Swing Catalyst. I like wired connections if possible. I get it that that's not always the case, but they just seem to work a little easier. Again, it's about making this as easy as you can. So I'm gonna get mine set up here, and I'm gonna get it where when you look at my video, my goal is trying to have the camera on my hands. So that's not right. Let's get this dialed. Take your time setting this up. There we go, that's better. So there's just a straight line back from my hands, okay? If you can't see the view, just click this off and on button right here. That's gotta be on. You can also see all the cameras that I have set up. I'm not sure if it's gonna work because I'm using this camera as we're filming, but you can see all of them working and all that stuff as we go. So let's try it though. We'll see. I doubt it will work. Yeah, because it's gonna tell me, well, one thing it's gonna tell me is you can only have 2 cameras on at a time, but then I'm also using that camera over here right now. So, okay. The only thing I noticed that you can't use is a GoPro. I have a GoPro right here, maybe because it's being used, but I tried it earlier. It didn't seem to work that time as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna go jump to the phone. You'll see your phone is popped up in the list, okay? So it was in my pocket there, but there you go. You can see your phone moving around. We've actually got it in a sideways landscape. You can go portraits. There you go. So the portrait's nice if you're in a close spot because you need more room up and down as you go. Okay, so you would just turn these on and off as you please. I'm gonna hit a shot, then you come in here and then you just have to change it to, you hit the little dots. Okay, so here, I'm gonna give you a little look here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it to the dots. On one of your squares, you see the 3 dots in the top right. You can see your cameras pop up. All right, you put the cameras where you want them to be. Okay, so that's all we would do. Then we should be ready to just hit a shot. So I didn't set this one up in front. Same thing applies for the the face-on camera. You just want it even with your hands, at the same height and looking right in front of you, okay? Getting this right makes a massive, massive difference. And so that's why I like to do it indoors here, because I can just leave it set up. Let's go ahead, let's hit a shot. There we go. You'll see the cameras are running. Cool. My face-on's a little crooked. I probably could do a little better with my down the line. I'll work on those. I'm messing with them. They have little zooms on them as well, so I'll have to reset those. But anyway, then we can just play it. There we go. Now the one thing that'll happen with my wired ones, see how it didn't play it that first time? So I have to run it through and then it comes through, right? Now it's playing it. So different frame rates a little bit, 60 frames on the down the line, the wired camera, 30 on the iPhone, okay? That's the max on the iPhone. It's more about lighting, to be honest. I mean, indoors, it's gonna be hard to get everything anyway. So you're literally looking for lighting to be as good as possible when you're filming. But for me, the most important part is, are you filming and constantly checking things? Check things out, look at things, see what you're doing, okay? And then go from there, okay? So use your camera to get the feedback. Look at your swings and say, hey, I want this move or whatever it is. And don't accept, hey, I hit the ball good, okay, as oh, that must have meant I swung it well. You use the camera for feedback to be able to say, all right, did I achieve my move or not? If you didn't, you keep working on it. If you did, good job, do it again, okay? That is the key to doing this. That's why it always crushes me when I walk the range or I'm walking, I don't even look anymore because it hurts, because I just watch so many people out there just hey, swinging away, and they have no idea if they're getting it right or wrong, and most times they're not. Even if they're trying to work on something, they just aren't, getting the feedback, and so they don't know. And that's where you need to go, and you gotta say, hey, I need to know. If I'm putting the time, I'm making the investment, I'm buying the range balls, I'm spending the time driving to the course, I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so that's a good way to use it. That's how I set it up, and I'm imploring you, use the feature to get better. Again, I use these cameras a little easier to set up. I keep them on and I just fire it up and they're ready to go. But if you don't have that as an option, or you don't want to spend money on these, you got other devices laying around, I get it. Use the multicam, go from there and set those things up. Okay. So if you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I will respond. This was a quick video trying to show you. I know others have showed already how to do it, so I just want to show you what I think you should be looking at. And I'm imploring you to use this awesome feature. This is one of the best reasons that you would ever get a launch monitor, is for the capability that it can be a trigger to video that you can then use. It makes the whole process just so much better. Okay, so if you have questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and click that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber already.